you want to immerse yourself in another culture, you've got to get into the food. And the Indian culture is no different here in Kuala Lumpur. There's a strong South Indian presence here of Tamils and people from Kerala, the rest of South India, which is a hot, fiery, spicy food. And we've come out for banana leaf, a traditional lunch that's served here, where they actually bring you around the banana leaf and they put it down in front of you, and it's actually a plate. And when you're finished, it can be basically rolled up and thrown away. It's quite hygienic, actually. And the Indians will eat with their hands. They only eat for religious and hygienic reasons with their right hand, whereas we will use a fork and spoon. Judy's using fork and spoon very elegantly. Trisha's eating the traditional way, and so am I. You take your hand, you basically roll up your food in a ball, your rice, and then you take a little bit of some of the food, and you basically pop it in your mouth. It's actually quite a simple way to eat, and it works quite well. Now, the food that we have in a banana leaf restaurant is more like an Indian smorgasbord or a buffet. There's a whole host of foods that you'll see in the kitchen that are being pre-made, and there's chicken done 18 different ways. There's actually, I'm exaggerating a bit there, but there's about 30 plus dishes back here. They'll start off with chutneys. You have onion and yogurt. You have some vegetable and some pickles. You have some papadums. In the evening, they'll serve naan bread, but at lunchtime, it's primarily biryani and different forms of rice that you'll have. They've actually served us 3 different types of rices. We've also got a lot of dishes here that they may look hot because of the color, and that's actually the coloring that's put into the dish itself, but they're not particularly fiery hot. These little tasty prawns look like they'd be filled with chili, but they're not. They're actually quite savory, and everyone here is really enjoying them. You can dip them into the hotter sauces, or you can have them on their own. But it's all about a balance of textures and flavors. In the biryani, there's a lovely baked fish. It's done in a little bit of chili, but it's very light, and you've got the soft texture with the crispy outside. You've got vegetables. What the North Indians would call pakora here is cauliflower. We have a milder chicken dish here for Judy, and for us, we've also got some fiery chili chicken here that's boneless and done with dry chilies. Delicious. But basically, you pay by the amount of food that you eat here. You ask the waiters, they bring your drinks around. You may have a young coconut, you may have a mango lassi. But whatever you have, they'll bring it to the table for you, and at the end, you'll be charged on the dishes that you've eaten. It's a wonderful way to experience South Indian food, and it's one that's actually quite a unique experience. It's just the concept of eating it, as well as the food itself, which is so unique, having it as it is on the banana leaf. Kuala Lumpur and all the cities in Malaysia are filled with little spots you can go for South Indian dining and try the banana leaf. If you're on holiday here, make sure you go out and try some of this. People are very friendly, warm, and hospitable, and they'll introduce you to some of the dishes that you could try. And don't be afraid. Be adventuresome. Try South Indian food. It's really good. I'm Spicy Steve on the Asian Culinary Trail, eating South Indian banana leaf in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.